There's a guy on Twitter, I guess named Joe Cronin.
And he's got a cool way of talking in the microphone. You suck Joe Cronin's dick, fucking faggot. And or some various version of that.
You're listening to The Joe Cronin Show.
Don't forget to like, comment, and body slam that subscribe button.
This is the Epic Voice Guy, and I can honestly say, Joe Cronin is god awful, that is. You guys seriously listen to this guy? And now it's time for The Joe Cronin Show.
And he's got a cool way of talking in the microphone.
Daddy's home. Yeah.
Daddy's home, bitch. Bish. What's up, wrestling fans? It's September 25th, 2018. It's Smackdown Live, and this is a day after the lowest rating in Monday Night Raw's history. After the lowest rating in Monday Night Raw's history, just back on July 9th, and one of the most abysmal-looking attendance I have ever seen in my entire life tonight for WWE Smackdown. The photos that are being sent to me, I assume they're real because they're coming in multiples from different people, and the photos are horrific, showing almost damn near nobody there, on the hard cam side at least. What's up? Oh. Yeah, I got photos of Leah. I'm going to share those in a few. No. What's up, everybody? How you guys doing? Are you asleep yet? Anybody asleep yet? God damn, was that fucking show boring tonight. I mean, I think it was boring. I thought it was, like, alright. I mean, they tried to do things and they placed stuff well enough. We'll go back and look at SmackDown tonight and talk about it. There was maybe some things that were alright, I don't know. But, man. Take a look at this photo that was sent out. Now, this might have come... I'm wondering if this came during 205 Live, because see the lights on the top of the screen? But even if it was 205 Live, those seats are still tarped off, I think. So, like, those seats are tarped off. Which usually, when you show up, the seats are not tarped off. They're open. Only thing that's tarped off are seats they didn't sell. So even though it looks like this is 205 Live because of the purple on the top, I have a canker sore, so if I start blah, blah, blah like that, that's why. Let's try to, like, try to make it bigger. See if it looks like seats. See, I don't think those are seats. I think that's the tarp. Which can't be good. Yeah, and then normally on the right side, it's all tarped as well. So I'm going with that was tarp too. Let's look at this. Same situation over there. And I saw other photos where nobody was sitting there later on as well. So I'm assuming that this is not good. What happened in Milwaukee? I want to know what happened in Milwaukee. Somebody got their dick swallowed in Milwaukee. No. I don't know, man. I like that. They finally did the Samoa Joe showing up at AJ's house. They finally did it. I liked what they did, kinda. I thought there'd be more. It ended with Daddy's home. I mean, that was pretty funny. They never went into anything else. You know, I don't know what the reasoning for that is. If it's... I don't know, we got Super Show coming up. So I'm not really 100% on all these things right now. But I'm sure we'll find out more coming up. How are you guys doing? People still upset about Brie Bella. That whole situation, be getting in fights all day. People being like, oh, what about when Seth injured, like, Sting and Balor and all these other things and whatever. I was like, man, the buckle bombs. I don't like the buckle bombs anyway. That just is dangerous. Because you're throwing a dude and he's got to throw his back into something. So I'm not surprised Sting and Finn Balor both got hurt on power throws, throw buckle bombs or power bomb throws. You know, not surprised about either one of those. The clear mistake was the Cena nose break. That was clearly a mistake. But they also didn't happen all five. Like, Brie Bella screwed up 5 weeks in a row, I think. I think it's been 5 weeks in a row or 3 or 4 weeks in a row. But I don't remember Seth ever just screwing up every single week. In fact, since those 3 issues, you know, he's gone a long road without hurting anybody. And the time he hurt himself against Kane was a complete freak accident. So I just think that's so stupid. Anybody arguing that, being like, there's a double standard. No, there really isn't. No, there's not. I'm sorry. Brie Bella is nowhere near as good as Seth. So if you're trying to make that a double standard, you're a fucking retard, and you should shoot yourself in the head. So anybody saying that, please jump off an Empire State Building and land on your neck. Please do it. I want to tell you guys, you don't want to miss out this Friday night. Something that is much better than SmackDown and Raw and has been better, even on off nights has been better. Monetize this. Points in the bank are on the line this Friday night on Monetize This, my late night show of insanity where we all get wet and wild and naked. No, that doesn't happen, but I wish it could, but we can't do that here. But anyway, Monetize this Friday night, 11 p.m. Eastern Time U.S. Don't forget it. Don't miss it. Be there for that. Let's go through the SmackDown shit. Okay, phone lines are open. Rick Searles, what's up, Rick? How you doing? Thanks for subbing to the channel. Thanks for subbing to the Joe Cronin Show. What's up, bro? Let's get into this right now. Let's go. Phone lines are open. Donation lines are open. If you want to donate tonight, the link is in the description box. As always, go all the way down the bottom for the list of all the different donations and stuff like that. If you want to make a contribution to the show and support what I do and keep us going here, check out the list of donations if there's something you want to donate. And feel free to write a message, write a question, be angry, I don't know, whatever you want to do. Or do a super chat using the $ down below either way. Okay, so tonight, phone lines are open, 339-226-6610. Skype me on Danny Deadly. Add me on Skype at Danny Deadly if you guys want to call in. 339-226-6610. It's up on the screen all the time. So, Raw opens with one of the longest fucking segments ever. SmackDown opened with one of the longest segments ever. I wanted to kill myself. And I was really fucking terrible for me. It was so bad. By the way, I might take your call. Just wait for me to say hi to you. I'll probably put you on hold. So just hang out on hold. Hang out on hold if you call in. Just the longest fucking thing. It took forever for this thing to materialize. We get in the ring, and Daniel Bryan gets in there with The Truth, who's taking over Miz TV. You know, I mean, I kind of like the vibe.
I got everyone's addresses, man. I got everyone's fucking addresses, man.
Shit.
EM surprised Daniel Bryan was cleared after many years of being wrestled in bed by Brie Bella.
Hey, maybe that's why Daniel Bryan wasn't cleared that whole time. It was because Brie Bella injured him doing a fucking Circus Monkey 69. The Goon. That's pretty fucking funny, bro. I don't know, man. That's maybe that's what it is. I mean, I don't want to kill Brie because it's like I get it, mistakes happen, but like we've been saying it for weeks. Like, when's she gonna hurt somebody doing this? What is going on? The ring rust is evident, at least, and then it happens, and that's why people get mad. I don't know what to tell you. Thank you, Goon, for the donation. But yeah, I mean, I thought the vibe was all right. I like R-Truth, you know. Daniel Bryan was pretty good on the mic tonight. I enjoyed his commentary especially. But then The Miz and R-Truth proceeded to wrestle, and this segment went into 8:33, I think. At 8:33, it was a 33 minutes of The Miz, Daniel Bryan, Carmella, whatever, and a match that saw, I believe, 2, maybe 3 commercial breaks. I wanted to hang myself at that point. I just said, wow, this is it. So at that point, I felt like we wasted 30 minutes of the show, or at least we wasted 15 minutes. I felt like all of this could have been accomplished in 15 minutes. 5 minutes of talking, 10 minutes of wrestling. Now it's 8:17, and we move on to something else. But instead, it was 8:32 or something when this thing finally came to a goddamn close. It was way too long. At this point, I'm thinking SmackDown's a 4 out of 10. Let's see what happens after that. After that, The Miz versus R-Truth. The Miz wins, as expected. And then probably one of the best things that happened all night happened. Charlotte Flair was out there doing a photo shoot, and then Becky Lynch attacked Charlotte Flair while she was doing a photo shoot, and that was fucking hilarious. Now, I wish she beat her up a little bit more. It was kind of weak throws into that staging or the draws. I wish she kind of bashed her head into it, or maybe blindsided her in the head with the title and then she hit her face into this thing. So I would have worked the action a whole hell of a lot funner, you know, but I did like it. I liked that. The stuff that Becky, take the Chomps picture. Like, that was funny, man. They actually have Becky Lynch. You know, all these people have been saying Stone Cold, Stone Cold. I don't know. She doesn't remind me of Stone Cold at all. I don't know where this is coming from. So she doesn't really remind me of Stone Cold that much at all. She kind of reminds me of Conor McGregor. She's been saying that a lot, and it's funny when she's doing something, she's like, take the Chomps picture, and she's got the Irish accent, too, so, I mean, that's really probably the only correlation I'm making, but the fact that you're saying, take the Champs picture, The Rock, you know, The Rock, take the Champs picture, you know, that was more like Stone Cold Steve Austin, but, you know, that type of stuff, calling herself the champ and everything was funny to me, so I enjoyed that part. I gave the Becky Lynch attack on Charlotte a 7 out of 10. Enjoyed it, 7 out of 10. Would have gave it an 8 or 9 out of 10 had the attack been a little more believable. Didn't really like what they did as far as how she attacked her. Hey, Michael Anthony, thanks for subbing to the channel, man. What's up, guys? This is the Joe Cronin Show. We're having a subscription party. This is my 6th year in a row talking wrestling nonstop, live after Raw and SmackDown. Nobody else has done it like this. So thank you guys for being here still and subbing to the channel. So anyway, 7 out of 10. At that point, maybe it moves SmackDown up to a 5 out of 10. So far, I'm just kind of bored, but smiled a little bit at that bit. So good job there for the most part. Sheamus versus Big E, I couldn't give a damn about. I almost fell asleep. The New Day was boring to me. Sheamus, the whole segment was cringe and boring and sleepy. I wanted to die. So I hated that. Whatever. Sheamus gets the win. Again, I don't care. Paige was wonderful tonight. I actually think Paige is one of the better general managers we've had. I think Paige has been great. The way she acts, I actually believe most of it. Janelle Banks, thank you for subscribing, Janelle. Thank you for that. First of all, I love seeing Naomi. I think Naomi, Asuka, all the girls, they're very pretty, all of them. But it's just, and they're all wonderful. But they treated Asuka like a dog tonight. Like that was kind of cringy to me. You know, Naomi treating Asuka kind of like a dog or some kind of animal or something. I don't know. I didn't really feel that at all. But whatever. But I did like Paige. I thought Paige's acting, I believe that she's really like a woman in charge of the company. Kind of like, you know, I kind of used to feel the same way about Dixie, although Dixie didn't always have the best acting skills. I think Paige has been nailing it, or almost nailing it, you know, especially in a world where they write so much shit down and make people act like robots. I think Paige has come off fairly natural. Not the best, obviously, but, you know, better than Angle. You know, better than Angle. And maybe better than Corbin, too. Although I think Corbin has done a pretty decent job at times. This is the best Corbin's ever done. Obviously. Best thing he's done in the company. And I don't usually say that when you get a guy from NXT going to the main roster and suddenly they turn him into like the general manager out of nowhere. That was weird. But real quick, let me pause. And I'll get back to this and take a call real quick. Let me take a call real quick. 720, what's up?
Hey, Joe.
How you doing, man?
It's Chris from Denver.
Oh, shit, were you there?
Oh, no.
Good call.
Looks
Looked
like a lot of Denver wasn't
I
either.
was going to say, that looks like a lot of people weren't there.
No, but I mean, I thought it was a good SmackDown. SmackDown seems to have the better feuds, the feuds that make sense at least. They have better storylines. Yeah, I mean,
I'll tell you, I was bored. I was pretty bored, but I at least thought. So you know when they always say it's for kids, and you go, oh yeah, whatever, it's for kids. This reminds me of the old Saturday morning wrestling. Like I feel like I'm watching a kid show tonight, but I felt like it also pretty much made sense. So like for the most part, so like at least tonight, I was like, I don't think this WWE is for me anymore, but I appreciate that there's stories that we're seeing continue or develop, and like I can respect this a lot more than what I saw last night on Raw. But still,
Exactly.
I was kind of bored by it, but I appreciate the effort that they looked like they kind of had.
Yeah.
And the sad thing is, I don't know if your call just dropped. You might have muted yourself. The sad thing is that SmackDown gets a lower rating than Raw, even though Raw hit its all-time low the other day. I don't think SmackDown will hit their all-time low today, but man, it could. I think he muted himself. I'm sorry, man. I did not hang up on you. I did hang up on you, but it was only after I think you muted yourself for a while. Thanks for the call, bro. If you guys want to donate tonight, the link is down below in the description box. Jake is not here. He is sick, or his kid is really sick. So hopefully Danny's okay. His kid's okay. She has a high fever thing, so they're dealing with that. There's always something going on over there, man. Poor dude. So that's why he's not here. 301, what's up?
Hey, Joe. How you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
All right. Just a couple things real quick. The video packages are starting to bore the hell out of me. Oh, my God. All night video package. Let's take a look at this. Let's go back to this.
Oh, yeah. There was.
Oh, my God.
A lot of fluff tonight, a lot of trying to tell stories, and I wanted to have a. What did you think of the Miz match? Because I didn't think there was any really good matches tonight, but the Miz and R-Truth were like they're always like okay, I really respect the two of them, wrestling style and everything, but they're always like a mid card thing.
Shut the fuck up, you cunt.
What's up, Awandi?
How you doing?
Holy shit, I can't believe you got through. How did you get through, Awandi? What happened?
I don't know, I just called your number, I guess.
It worked.
They can't let me use Skype. Anyways.
What'd you think of
SmackDown?
SmackDown?
I just wanted to say hi.
Did you?
I really didn't give a shit. I was watching a TV show.
Nobody watched it, dude. This is so bad for SmackDown. Dude, it's so bad for SmackDown. By the way, this is why I created the corrupted YouTube channel. Because I can tell things are breaking down. There's still a lot of people on my channel that only want wrestling. There's a lot of people listening right now that want wrestling, but there's a lot of people that don't even listen to wrestling stuff anymore. So that's why I made the corrupted channel, so I could do all my non-wrestling stuff over there, because it's just insane. So yeah, what's up to you, man? What are you doing? Why were you throwing up the other night? Remember that?
Yeah, I think I drank too much coffee.
Damn, I've never drank too much coffee.
When I drink coffee, I get the stomach sick. I don't know what they call it.
Maybe you got an allergy.
Maybe caffeine.
That or coffee beans. But go ahead. Anyway, thanks, Awandi. But yeah, 301.
Anyways,
what's
mate,
up?
I didn't want to take a time. I just want to say hi, and I fucking love you, mate.
Well, I love you.
All right, man. Take care.
All right, man. I'll see you, Awandi. Love you, bro.
Oh, what did the fag say to the other fag? Gobble my cock. You fuck.
The wonderful Awandi, everybody. Anyway, 301. What else you got, man? I'm sorry.
No, I've mainly been watching the Capitals hockey games that's going on tonight and flipping back and forth with SmackDown. Obviously, I missed much of that at all. The Naomi match, oh my God, who gives a shit about the Naomi match? That was just cringe.
Yeah, it was all a waste.
Yeah.
It all, like, I felt like we could have gotten some of these stories tonight. Like, if you could have watched the Milwaukee thing with Rusev and Lana, and you could have watched the ending to SmackDown with Samoa Joe and AJ, and you could have watched, I thought, I don't know, like there was one other thing. Oh yeah, the attack on Charlotte by Becky. So if you just made SmackDown like 8 minutes, that'd be it. That's all I would say. Watch. Everything else was a waste. Randy attacked. I did kind of like that Randy attacked Ty, and he just goes, I just don't like the perfect 10 thing. I thought that was really funny. It's like, I don't like the perfect 10 thing. I guess. I don't know. That was kind of funny, I suppose. I don't know. Some people are probably upset that it didn't make sense, but then they had Ty Dillinger out there again facing Shinsuke. They had a better match the last time where they tried to make Ty Dillinger believable, but then Shinsuke beat him. This time it was like a run-in and interruption during the match. So that's the shit that happens. But yeah, Wandy's fucking going hardcore on the coffee. I can't blame him. That's what you load up on when you're gonna be doing reviews of SmackDown. You know, you gotta load up on coffee and get that shit fucking going, bro. Let me see here. Where are we at? So I've been reviewing it. We've been reviewing this. I've gotten through to the point where Asuka and Naomi versus Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. Waste of time. Asuka and Naomi get the victory. Waste of time. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Dillinger. By the way, kind of a waste of time, but not really, because they set up something with Randy and Ty Dillinger. Again, Randy Orton interferes in a Ty Dillinger match, which is weird. What's up with that story? I don't know, like, why he's always, interrupting those matches. So maybe we'll have to find out why the fuck that is. Maybe we'll never know. Maybe we will. I don't know.
Fuck yeah, I got everyone's addresses, mon! I got everyone's fucking addresses, mon!
Why should WWE care about viewership? NJPW, Raw, Lucha, and Impact can't even draw 500,000 TV viewers.
That's a good point. I mean, I saw your tweet about it earlier today, to be honest, and it was a pretty good point, C Nation. But I guess it's like this. Here's the point. The wrestlers, the WWE operates on a high level, and they need to have the money to pay everybody, so they need to worry about it, I suppose. But because if they don't have that money coming in, then eventually they won't be able to pay the wrestlers like they do. They won't be able to pay for the stages they do. They won't be able to pay for the production they do. But Impact Wrestling pays peanuts, and they have a show, and they only have 200,000 viewers. So the value of 3 million, 2 million, and even 1 million viewers is way higher now compared to the value it was in 98, where it would be more useful to have a higher value, I suppose. I don't know. That's a great question. I suppose that one of the issues is eventually you'll run out of enough people to where you'll be at the level of Impact. And I don't know, because WWE has created all this revenue with Saudi Arabia, with Fox, and with all these different companies. So even if the fans did dwindle down to only 500,000 WWE viewers, would it not matter, because WWE still has the money? But again, C Nation, I assume eventually the product is going to be hurt. Eventually the WWE will be hurt. The stocks would drop.
And fuck yeah, I got everyone's addresses, mon! I got everyone's fucking addresses, mon!
So much for Fox having a TV deal with WWE, right? What's up, Joe? Are you gonna watch New Japan or Ring of Honor, since WWE keeps on failing every week?
Well, John Wills, again, just like that C Nation just said, I mean, that's the other side of the coin. That, all these other companies aren't doing well either. There's still no competition. You would need to create All In Wrestling and create a weekly show to compete with WWE that also took over the ratings and created new fans. I said this months ago, that the problem is you need to create new wrestling fans. Nobody is really creating new wrestling fans. Nobody.
Give me a handful of KEYTRUDA #FREECOSBY.
On help him and tell free Cosby, he says. It's kind of weird that he is going to jail for 2004.
What's up, Joe?
Yo.
I also didn't watch SmackDown. After watching Raw on Mondays, it's hard to watch SmackDown on Tuesday.
I agree.
Needs to be on another day. By the way, fuck Tommy. Lol.
Wow. Fuck Tommy, says Casey is Raw. Well, Casey, I would say that I actually find it easier to watch SmackDown because I know it's only going to be 2 hours long, but I usually know that it's going to make a little more sense, too, so it doesn't bother me as much. I don't mean to plug my own show on my own show, but guys, this Friday night, monetize this on this channel. Monetize this Friday night, 11 p.m. Don't miss it if you've never watched Monetize this before, this Friday night. Also, Thursday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Time on this channel. Remember, 10 p.m. this Thursday Night Throwdown. Thursday night and Friday night, non-wrestling nights. We're not talking wrestling. We're having a fun time doing our sort of shock jock show. Thursday nights and Friday nights right here. Wednesday night, tomorrow night, out of nowhere, Connor and Jake, DeMarco and myself, assuming Jake is back tomorrow. Somebody wake me up when Vince dies, someone just said in the chat. I told Road Dogg, if you want to hire me, I'll get your ratings back to a 4 if you let me do what I want to do, even on a PG scale. I don't know, man.
Super chat.
I think that highly of myself, yes.
Joe is a savage. Styles, go and kill him.
Daddy's home. Daddy's home. Wouldn't it be great if Styles showed up while Joe was sitting at his dinner table and then Styles fed Joe his wife's dinner while he beat the hell out of him? That'd be funny. Baltimore, Deontay, thank you very much for the $1.99, man. How you guys doing tonight? Hope everybody's doing well in the chat. Not bad tonight, over 700 for the SmackDown review. Hit that like button and stick the thumb way up my ass and make that guy earlier that said I'll never get over 300 likes eat his own shit. Okay? Let's take another call. Lots of calls are coming through. I just chose at random. 718, what's up?
Hey, Joe, how you doing?
I'm doing okay because I'm drinking coffee. Otherwise, I might be asleep.
You know what? I don't know how to feel about the show. I think it was all right.
I think they tried.
I didn't fall asleep like I did with Raw, so.
Yeah, I mean, I think they tried. I mean, I don't know. Like, I gave Raw a 4 out of 10 last night. A lot of people gave it lower. Maybe I should have gave Raw a 3 out of 10, but I'd give this show tonight. Yeah, I mean, maybe I should have gave it less. I mean, I gave it a 4. Some people gave it a 2, but I
don't know.
I'm at a 5 out of 10 for tonight's show. I thought they tried to do things. There really wasn't a good match. So creative-wise, they did all right. So I gave it a 5 out of 10 tonight.
Yeah, I'm there too. By the way, God bless you and Jake for watching Monday Night Raw. I don't know how you guys keep doing that. I mean, I know why, but
yeah, paycheck,
I understand you have no choice. So
yeah, I mean, I do love wrestling, so that's a good thing. And I don't know, it is hard to watch. This is definitely the hardest it's ever been. There's no question. This is the weirdest it's ever been. I've never felt this bored by it ever. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know, whatever. It's provided a life for my kids and me, so that's cool. And then you guys get to see me have a meltdown or something. So I guess something good came out of how bad WWE's been. But the funny thing is, dude, when I started this channel in 2012, I thought the WWE was bad then. Like, I was so mad. That's why I started the channel. And I mean, I never would have thought it would get... And by the way, some things got better, but other things have gotten way worse, and that's just how it is. The wrestling is certainly better. I mean, back then we were dealing with, like, Batista and CM Punk and Kane and John Cena, and that was it. Like, Brock Lesnar had come back. I don't know, The Miz. I don't know, like, The Rock was facing Cena. I don't know. It was pretty bad then, but... I don't know. This was bad.
Still wishing for 2012 though now, right?
I don't know if I'm wishing for it, but I don't know. I wish they could tell some of the stories like they did then, but in this time with the better wrestlers. So, you know, even if they could get a little ground with the storytelling, I would enjoy it. I mean, Samoa Joe and AJ have been doing okay, but even the stuff that's good is still kind of like watered down, so it doesn't. Like, we think it's so awesome, but it's like not that awesome, but things suck so bad that the Samoa Joe AJ Styles thing right now is like the feud of the year, and they're both really good, but it could be so much better, and it's still the feud of the year. That's how bad shit is. I mean, maybe AJ and Shinsuke was pretty decent too, but
I still like everything going on SmackDown. Even with the Becky and Charlotte thing going on, I still like what's going on regardless. Well, as far as SmackDown is concerned, of course.
Yeah, I wish they went a little. I wish they went a little further with everything. Not further. You don't have to go out of PG. You don't have to not be PG. I just wish they'd go a little bit better. Like Becky, I wish she was a little more vicious in her attack on Charlotte tonight. Felt like a couple times she was going to throw her and Charlotte wasn't moving, and then she kind of fell into the thing. I would have liked to see her just smash her face into that thing. You know, put her in the disarmor for the photo shoot would have been funnier to me. You know, take a picture of the champ or whatever. But I don't know. It worked. It's okay. It's still pretty good.
Hey, all right. Hey, nice talking with you, Joe. Jake, how you doing? And we'll talk again, man.
Yeah, man. Poor Jake's at home with his kid, but yeah, I'm sure he's listening. Jake's kid has a fever. That's why he's not here. You know something's up if Jake ain't here. I can barely get a hold of that motherfucker sometimes during the week, but I'll tell you, man, he is here every single time for Raw, SmackDown, and out of nowhere, so you know that somebody's sick over there for him not to be here. Because if he was sick, he'd still come. This guy could be sweating with his own temperature, he'll be here. But with his daughter, he'll probably not going to show up. Because I'd be watching my kid if I was him. So anyway, we're almost at the end here of my review. As far as breaking down the show, I'm not done my review, but with the breaking it down. Becky Lynch gets the victory against Lana, which I thought was a weird match to happen. I just didn't think they needed Becky Lynch to be out there at all. After the match, Becky celebrates as her music hit, and we get the replays. And that's all that happened. I thought Charlotte was going to show up and attack her back or something. So Becky had a match with Lana for I have no idea why. I hate when the champion is in matches that are non-title matches. Sometimes I like it when there's a reason to set up a feud to do it. Like, hey, I beat you, now put the belt on the line. I get that. I still don't really like that, but I understand it. But tonight, man, why the hell did Lana wrestle Becky? I don't understand. Becky already made a great statement in the back. I thought that's all we really needed from her tonight. You know, it's okay to have her out there sometimes. Or put the belt on the line. You know? Just put the belt on the line. You know, Lana asked for a title shot. Becky said she didn't deserve it. Then said, screw it, I'll put it on the line. And then she beats her. Why not? Make the champion look that strong. I don't know. Non-title match? Why? Stupid. Are they facing each other in the mixed match thing? I mean, maybe. I don't know. To me, it was pointless. And then we get more Paige, which, again, Paige was really good. It was funny, too, throughout the night as the crowd continued to sing Milwaukee. That was funny. I think they've struck kind of a semi-gold with that already. So good job there. But then we get AJ Styles coming out there, and then Samoa Joe doesn't come out. Then AJ's like, where's he going to attack me from behind? And as soon as they did that, I said, oh my God, they're going to do Samoa Joe at his house. They're finally going to do Samoa Joe at AJ's house. Which, you know, maybe they planned on doing this all along, but they were saving it. And if they were, then I give them credit for that. I said that a while back. I said that when I was upset they didn't do it a month ago or whatever it was ago. I was screaming and hollering about it, but at one point I did say, you know, but I do give them the benefit of the doubt if they're saving it for later or for another time to do something. I get it. And, you know, maybe we're going to get more footage of Joe at AJ's house. I don't know. Although, when's Super Show? Super Showdown is... Yeah, we get one more week before Super Showdown, so that's the 6th. So maybe next week is the continuation of maybe the footage in AJ's house, or... I don't know. Maybe the cops arrest Joe. I mean, that would be the first thing I'd say is... That's the problem, too. If I was writing this, the minute Samoa Joe shows up and he starts being like, oh, you know, AJ, I'm at your house, you know. I wanted AJ Styles to be screaming, like, at Paige. Like, call the police! Call the police! Call them! And be screaming at Paige and, like, kind of like almost pushing Paige. Like, now! Like, get my phone. Call them. and then Paige could like have a worried look and get out of the ring and like run away. Like, oh, he sent Paige to go call the cops. You know, that type of thing. Because that would be your natural reaction, would be to call the police. Somebody strange was at your house, or somebody like Samoa Joe was at your house with your family. So while she's doing that, you know, AJ could have been like, don't do it, Joe, and don't do this, Joe, and stop, Joe. You know, and then he could have even had AJ screaming like, Paige, hurry! Did you call the Paige? And then at some point, you know what I mean, he's begging Samoa Joe and that type of thing. But instead it was more like awkward, like, don't do it. No, Joe. Like, I don't know, that's I like critique everything. You know, coulda, shoulda, woulda, whatever the fuck, I don't know. But anyway, it was good enough that I liked it. So that's why I give tonight a SmackDown a 5 out of 10. There was no good match. Probably the best match of the night was The Miz and R-Truth, which I really didn't care that much for. They had a typical Miz match. Two mid-carders who are great veterans at this point, do a good job, but don't really show me anything. So there's really no emotion in the match that I care about. Even with the Daniel Bryan thing, I don't care. So there's no story for me in the match, really. There's no real emotion in the match either. And the two of them wrestle like 6 out of 10 all the time. Always have 6 out of 10 matches. Solid 6 out of 10 matches. R-Truth is exciting. And so to me, it was a typical 5, 6, 7 out of 10, probably 6 out of 10 generic WWE mid-card wrestling match from two veterans that are good. And that was not enough for me to give this show above a 5, even despite some of the creativity. But I thought it was an okay way to open. Just thought it was way too long. 33 minutes or whatever, 32 minutes, too long to me. And that was an issue I had. Opening the phone lines back up again. If you want to call, 339-226-6610.
You've got a new subscriber.
Chris Nelson, what's up, bro? We're having a subscription party for Chris and everybody else who's subbing, so I'm having a drink right now. Hundreds have been subbing today. There's a reason. Because everybody wants to experience what happened in Milwaukee tonight.
Super chat.
SmackDown's 3/10. Joe C. 11/10 would bang again.
Joe C. I would. I'd get it to something. C.E. Moore, thanks for the donation, man. I gave them a better rating tonight, just because. I went a little higher tonight.
I went to the event tonight. It was weird, TBH.
What were the fans like? Because I'm hearing the whole entire hard cam side was taped off. I'm hearing the whole hard cam side was taped off. And we're seeing photos of that too. It was all tarped off. And they don't untarp it. So whatever's tarped, Adrian Grimaldo, thank you for the donation, Adrian. There it is. Look at that. I know this has got to be during 205 Live because the lights are purple up there. But it's still tarped off, I believe. I believe. 916, what's up?
What's up, Joe?
Hey, man.
I thought tonight was a pretty good show tonight.
It was all right. I thought it was boring, but, you know, they tried. They did some things. What did you like about it?
That's the thing. I feel like they don't try at all.
I don't think they try much. I agree. I feel like they don't try much at all. I agree. 100%. Even my 9-year-old. Dude, I was watching SmackDown during the Charlotte. Remember I said I didn't like the Charlotte and the Becky? I would have rather Becky really look like she beat her up in the back. Do you remember how Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart used to look like they were actually beating the shit out of each other, but in fact they weren't? Nowadays, people don't look that good when they're hitting, and they do hit each other sometimes. It's fucking backwards, everybody. Go watch Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart. Looks like they're killing each other, yet they never got hurt. Nowadays, it's like, and these slow, weird kicks and punches that look bad, but then sometimes they do hurt each other. It's so bad. It's so bad now. Anybody with the WWE Network right now, go watch Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart, like, not WrestleMania 12, but go watch, like, Main Event or, like, something, a match with Bret Hart and Shawn, or Roddy Piper and Bret Hart from WrestleMania 8. Looks like they're beating the shit out of each other. And they're selling everywhere. It looks fucking awesome. Bye, Joy Khan. Thanks for subbing to the channel, man. Thank you, Mr. Khan. Shout out to India. If you're in India, I don't know. We have a lot of people from India listening sometimes. In Australia, UK, America, of course. Watch what they do. It's crazy. So Becky and Charlotte, I loved what they did, but the fighting in the back looked just horrible. And at one point, she kicked her so weak.
Fuck yeah,
so
I got
weak.
everyone's addresses, Mon! I got everyone's fucking addresses, Mon!
Someone actually shouted, "Not funny. You suck," during the R-Truth segment, and it was loud and clear as day.
David Tap Gun, thanks for the donation, man. I'm going to have to go back and listen to that. I didn't hear that. I'm not surprised you could hear it with half the fucking stadium empty. Almost half the arena was empty according to these photos I'm looking at. Unless somebody else can show me a different photo, half the arena was goddamn empty. But again, I didn't like... By the way, David, thanks for the donation, man. You guys keep my show going, so thank you so much for that. And speaking of that, I'll get to this in a second. Let me just say this. My 9-year-old, when Becky Lynch kicked Charlotte, it looked so bad. The camera then went like this and like jumbled all over the place. And it was like, I was like, oh my God. Then the camera did it again, all over the place. And in my head, I went, oh my God, just... What happened to like kicking somebody like you're kicking them? Do you remember when I punched Grimm's Toy Show? When I was... And I'm not trying to say I'm some kind of fucking good person, but when you punch somebody, make it look like you just nailed somebody, dude. Make it look like you're punching someone. Make it look like you're hitting somebody. Make it look like you're angry at somebody. When I was in Grimm's Toy Show's ring and I was delivering some punches to him, I mean, I'm out of shape, bro. I am severely out of shape. And it's from doing this job and being lazy. Because I've been sitting at home all these days, sitting on my ass, looking up articles, doing videos, eating wrong. I am 30 pounds overweight. And I'm still kind of small a lot of times looking. You know, if you look close, you can tell how fat I am. But I should be 180. But you look at Grimm's Toy Show. When you punch someone, make it look like you're fucking punching them. See, even these horrible punches that I delivered are better.
Oh, there goes Walmart Janetti!
See that punch? See that punch? The second one was a little weak, but the first one was good. That is how you throw a punch at somebody. Why not throw a punch like that at Charlotte in the back and throw kicks that are like you're really kicking someone? Watch. Boom! Boom! Grimm sold it a little bit. He was grabbing his balls. But, I mean, if you sold that, it would look horrific. Look at that. Oh, my God, dude. They don't do anything. I feel like the women, especially in the back, it's like, dude, why don't you throw a punch like that? Throw a punch with all your might, like you're decking the shit out of somebody. And you don't even hit him.
Oh, there goes Walmart Janetti!
Look, I mean, like, what happened to punches? Like throw a goddamn the fucking Grimm grabbing his balls. Throw a punch at somebody, dude. Throw a punch like you mean it. Throw a kick like you mean it. By the way, you can make it look like you kick somebody without ever touching them, and it looks horrific. Meanwhile, Brie Bella, Daniel Bryan, and The Miz are doing these stupid kicks that actually hit people, and they look stupid. I hate the fucking yes kicks. They look like shit. I don't understand it. Irritates the hell out of me, man. You gotta bring it, man. You gotta sell it. You gotta bring it. And even my 9-year-old was annoyed at the cameras. Now, he said this to me, and I turned around and said, holy shit. I wasn't saying anything out loud. I was just watching. In fact, sometimes in front of him, I calm down a little bit because I don't want to ruin it for him. If he's watching wrestling, I'm like, let him watch it. I don't want to, be like, oh, it stinks now, and then have him think that. I'm like, all right, I'm not going to say much. Sometimes I do, but I was trying not to say much. He just out of nowhere goes, wow, that camera's wicked annoying. My son has never said that about a cartoon, a movie, nothing. Watching wrestling, I never said it in front of him, ever. He goes, wow, geez, that camera's wicked annoying. I go, what in the world did you just say? And I turned on the camera. I turned on my video camera, and I videotaped Gavin And I said, can you repeat that for me? And I put it up on Twitter because my 9-year-old knows that it's annoying. If my goddamn 9-year-old knows it's annoying, what the fuck do you think everybody else is thinking about this?
Why does the camera have to be so shaky?
Why does the camera have to be so shaky? Was that annoying?
I think it's because she didn't actually kick her. Maybe she didn't. I think what the cameraman did was he shake it.
My kid knows how WWE works. I think the cameraman shook it to make it look like he kicked her. My 9-year-old, who I don't sit there breaking down kayfabe for, because like everything else that I want him to believe in, he knows. But it's like, at 9 years old, I still thought maybe it's real. He's like, they shake the camera to make it look real. He doesn't watch my show.
To make it look like that she did.
Right. But back in the day, they didn't need to do that because people wrestled good.
So, I mean, tonight was a pretty good show, and of course, I'm still nitpicking at it. I just think those kicks are awful, man. When you kick somebody, you kick them like you're kicking them, man. What in the world is this crap we're watching today? I just, the kicks, the punches, I don't know what they're doing anymore. Watch Bret Hart throw punches. Watch Stone Cold throw punches. Watch Ric Flair in the ring. Watch even Triple H. Watch Triple H. Watch Shawn Michaels. It's ridiculous. Let's go back to, is there a donation here? I think we might have one.
Super Chat Party.
Stone Cold, Razor, Bret, and Sean need to show them how to actually punch someone.
William Jones, thanks for the $4.99. Yeah, I look like a fat Sami Zayn in that video. I look like a fat Grimm. People were saying I look like Grimm. One of the things was I wore this fucking giant t-shirt there. Leah said it too. She goes, why do you look so fat? Leah goes, why do you look so fat? I wore like a XXX t-shirt because I grabbed the wrong t-shirt. And it's XXX. So it opens at the bottom like an umbrella. And it made me look way bigger than I normally look. Because, I mean, you can look at me right now and it's like I don't look... You know, I don't look that fat right now. You know? You can see. This is what we're dealing with here. Like I'm not as fat as it made me look, but I look fucking huge because I had this fucking huge shirt on, man. It was fucking gigantic. I mean, I weigh 215 pounds right now. You know? Grimm weighs about, I think he weighed like 240 or 250 or something like that. Maybe 250. I don't remember. But, yeah, I mean, I'm overweight right now, but I'm not that big. But definitely, I looked huge in those videos. Like, I told Grimm, I'm like, damn, dude, I should have lost some weight so I look like a... I told him next year at the Battle Royal, I'm gonna lose some weight so I don't look like a fucking out-of-shape gorilla in the ring there. But it's just so fucked up, bro. It's so messed up what they do. I don't understand it. William Jones, thank you, man, for the donation, William. William Jones. Where's, what else did he say? Stone Cold, Razor, Bret, and Sean need to show how they actually punch someone. I agree, man. I don't understand it. I just don't get it. Like, whenever I sell or I do something, I would always try to do it, man. Try to make it look like you're just... You know, you're getting rocked, man. I swear to God, I had a match... The time I had a match against the Bear... I think I was selling those punches harder against the Bear, man. You know, you got to sell these things. You got to make it look like you're actually hitting the shit out of somebody. And a lot of times I just don't think they do it. I don't think they do a good enough job. Trying to find an example. It's like it's the punches are just out of control, man. The punches are fucking just like, what in the world? I'm gonna open up the phone lines again in a minute, guys. I'll let you know in a second. I'll open up the phone lines. I super kicked the Bear better. Oh, look at that! I missed it. I even missed, and it looked more horrific.
He suckered
Look at that punch. That's a fake stuffed animal. Now, granted, I did punch it because I wanted it to fall, but
I don't think Cronin
if that was a baby, it would have been all right.
He wanted some kind of hardcore thing, and oh man, into the turnbuckle. Cover 1, 2. Oh, the bear kicked out.
Now that's how you kick out. You see that bear kick out?
Oh, look out, the bear. Wait a minute, look out. Oh, DDT.
That bear kicked out, bro.
Oh, he goes flying outside. And another one. Oh, Cronin. Oh, he goes flying outside the ring.
That bear beat me up, man. Friggin' stuffed teddy bear.
Oh, wait a minute, the bear. Oh, look out. RKO. I don't know.
Dude, I remember this ring was hard. This is one of the hardest rings I ever got in. Smith takes the bump.
Another one out by the bear this time. Cronin down. Oh, he throws the bear. Oh, right into Smith. Right into the referee. The referee just got taken out. Cronin threw the bear. And he hit the referee right in the face.
Oh my god, dude. Smith selling that. Smith selling a teddy bear hitting him is one of the greatest things I've ever seen.
Oh my god, he's got Devious Dave Rose's bear mace. That's the bear. Oh, he's spraying him in the face.
Look at that bear mace right to the eyes.
Mace the bear like a Canadian. Joe Cronin cheated.
Where's the boots?
I can't believe that. Oh, Cronin pummeling away now.
Look at this. Look at those. There's the fist.
It's over. You cheated, and you're the champion, but it's over. Cronin just. This is despicable.
Look at it. Looks like I'm actually beating up a bear right there, for God's sake.
Oh, look out. He tried to cheat shot him. Oh, Teddy caught him with the right hand. Teddy Goods caught him. Here comes Teddy. Oh, running knee to the Cronin to the outside.
Come on, and I was out of shape here. Like, so you can't throw punches. I don't understand, how they can't throw punches, man. Even the... I don't know. Like, it's just about selling in punches. Dude, Teddy sold the poke. I even sold the poke pretty good.
Teddy Goods right in the eye. Now he's raking Teddy Goods' eyes across the ropes. A couple of shots again. Another huge rope. Goods in the chair. Look out. A reversal. Goods. Oh, Cronin into the chair instead. Cronin down. Cronin back up. Look out. Super kick to the face. Goods.
Anyway, that was fun to watch the
Fuck yeah, I got everyone's addresses, Mon! I got everyone's fucking addresses, Mon!
I hope Randy Orton keeps feuding with guys who need it. I'd like to see him feud with R-Truth later on. Standard show overall.
Standard show, I got you there. Dope Dubs Productions. Again, like I said, I think that it's a 5 out of 10, so I mean, I agree with that. And yeah, I would like to see, hopefully Randy Orton will help elevate some of these guys. I think that's what they're clearly trying to do. And Ty Dillinger versus Randy Orton in some kind of feud. I hope it's good. I mean, I think that Jeff does a better job of making Randy look better. I think Ty has. It's going to really be about sort of the story a little bit here. I don't think he's going to be torturing. I wonder if he's going to keep that up. I wonder if Randy's going to keep up the weird torture shit, which I think is weird, by the way. But if he's going to keep up the torturing stuff with Ty Dillinger, or if he's just going to kind of move to something else with like just attacking him and, things like that. I don't know. We're going to find out. Anyway, phone line's back open. 339-226-6610. And I've got a cold. I definitely have a Cronin commenting on Cronin. Yeah, that was the match that made Jim Cornette really mad. I remember he was like, "Did you really have a match with a damn bear? Come on." Hey man, a great standing drop kick, says Alec. I mean, yeah, I suppose that's a good point. Yeah, I suppose you're right. I haven't seen a lot of good things in a long time, to be honest, though. 301, what's up?
Hey Joe, sorry, it's me. I got 2 more things real quick. Like as soon as Becky threw Charlotte, I don't know, was it a locker or something that she threw her into?
Yeah, it was like a draw thing, some kind of draw where they put the photo stuff. I don't know. Yeah.
It was just so cheesy. Like as soon as Tom Phillips, right away, he's like, "Oh, Charlotte has being evaluated right away." Like she barely really even touched her, and she didn't really, she didn't seem like she sold the injury that well. Like medics are like evaluating Charlotte like right away. Like that's just kind of cheesy the way they do that. Like jump on getting some evaluation like right away.
It was just a weak attack, you know, to be evaluated. It was such a weak attack. It would have been nice if one or two times she was thrown really hard looking, you know, into the wall where it looked like she got jacked up. You know, it didn't really look like she hit that thing at all. She just kind of bumped into it and whatever. Anyway, what's your other point?
Also, like, so Carmella, all of a sudden she changes her hair color. All of a sudden she's a face. All of a sudden, like after losing the title, like she changes her hair color. All of a sudden we expect her to like be a baby face out of nowhere, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean,
tag team stars too.
it's weird, but I mean that's I'm not on them as much for that. Like to me, they've always done that out of nowhere. Somebody just switches or whatever. So they sort of, and sometimes they don't tell you anything. At least this time they introduced her to R-Truth, and then like they became friends out of something, and then so at least they did something to where I can see where she is. Usually, sometimes they just come out with different hair, and I'm a face now, so I actually feel like they did an okay job doing it. They've always done that, and that part, while it's weird, I don't mind it. That's the one thing I don't mind that one. But thank you for the call again, man. Thank you. I agree with you, but not. It doesn't. That's on the bottom of the list of things that I could get upset about. I think it's okay. I think they tried to transition her. Metal Galactic Llama, thanks for subbing to the channel. 401, what's up?
It's your buddy, it's your pal, Mike Messier, Joe. It's always good to talk to you. We're brothers in arms. We both feel the pain. We feel the wrestling fans' pain. I do use the term wrestling. I do use the term professional wrestling or pro wrestling as I've always liked it. And the WWE's version of sports entertainment is faulty. As fans, we're forced to look to indie-rific people who are doing different things. And I'm trying to get more in touch with my indie-rific self, Joe Cronin. But with gentlemen like Joey Ryan out there on the horizon with their maneuverings, it's difficult. Do you understand what I'm saying, my friend?
Isn't Joey still in jail? No, I don't know.
Joey Ryan? Is he in jail?
I thought you said. I'm sorry. I thought you said Joey Mercury. I was like, what? Isn't he in jail? No. Okay, Joey Ryan. Yeah, you got to look out for him. He might grab your package.
Well, Joe Cronin, Joey Ryan came to, and I've had some Twitter wars with Joey Ryan back and forth, and I'll give him credit. He does defend himself. He does defend his gimmick, so to speak. But he literally wrestled in Rhode Island just about 2 weekends ago, literally 15 minutes from my very home on a Sunday at 1 o'clock. I was very tempted to go and see what all the fuss was about and even maybe share a good-natured laugh with Joey Ryan, Joe Cronin, but I couldn't bring myself to do it. Why? Because he is doing something on this indie-rific scene that I find deplorable, which it's not professional wrestling in my book, Joe. It's parody of professional wrestling. And I hate to say this because I know a lot of fans are finding solace and comfort in the Young Bucks doing 30 super kicks a match and so on and so forth. But to me, what it is, it's that they are parodizing. They are making fun of wrestling within their wrestling. Now, that's not to say that a Kenny Omega versus Okada match is not worthy of its 7 stars, but the same competitor, Kenny Omega, does have a history of wrestling children and plastic dolls in Japan. And if people want to look past that and say, oh, gee whiz, that was 2 years ago, well, folks, this is the digital age. These things are kept forever on YouTube and on the internet. So how are we supposed to look as wrestling purists, as wrestling historians like you and I are, Joe Cronin? How can we look past the package wrestling? And I hate to get to this point, but even someone like Tommaso Ciampa, who you and I both watched many times in Top Rope Promotions, and I used to have a great fondness and cheer for this guy to be successful, and I'm still happy for Tommaso. But when he sticks his thumb in Jushin Liger's buttocks and has another man stick his thumb in his buttocks and so on and so forth until you have a PWG train in California 2016 of 10 wrestlers dancing around And I just don't understand how people find that to be inherent to what Bret Hart or Lou Thez or Ric Flair did. It's a parody. It's a parody of what you and I grew up with. It's not professional wrestling. It's parody wrestling.
You know what?
I wish that these fans...
you know what, Mike? I think that, there's a certain type of people that like that, and I don't quite get it. I don't like it myself. I mean, I watch it and I laugh, but there's another side of me. Like, I can accept it a little bit, but there is another side of me that starts screaming inside, like, what are they doing? Like, what has happened? And the other thing about it is there's a certain wrestling fan, they're the same people, like my old friend Chris, a lot of his friends didn't really watch wrestling that much, but they go to indie shows sometimes for that stuff. It's the weirdest thing. It's just like Kaiju Big Battle. A lot of people go to Kaiju Big Battle.
Awful. It's horrible.
But they don't like wrestling. A lot of those people don't watch wrestling, but they love Kaiju Big Battle.
Well, Joe, I don't remember, because we did a lot of shows commentating together for Top Rope Promotions. I don't remember if you and I were on the commentary booth together or not, but I do remember a night when the promoter, Steve Ricard from Top Rope, brought in Kaiju Big Battle. Now, just to paint a visual picture, because I know you have international listeners from New Zealand and all types of obscure countries, and we welcome them to the Joe Cronin Show. But I recall a night when this Fall River is like, it's a kind of an old school 1945 town. I mean, you're going into a time machine. These fans are very, very, very old school, working class, dirt underneath their fingernail, saving their money for the wrestling show, salt of the earth type of people. These are not Dave Meltzer PWG fans, okay?
Right.
So, and for whatever reason, Steve Ricard brought in Kaiju Big Battle, and it was a giant flop, because, I mean, it's basically like RISD Kids. Now, people don't know what RISD is. It's Rhode Island School of Design, art school. If people saw the movie Art School Confidential, children, teenagers and people in their 20s with dyed hair. That's what Kaiju Big Battle is. These kids making elaborate robot costumes, and everything's a robot. And and this is something that peaked maybe in 2005. So this was about 2010, 2012 that Kaiju Big Battle came, and it was a total disaster. It was a total embarrassment at Top Rope Promotions. It was a flop. It was a failure. It was disgraceful. And I just fear the day that professional wrestling, the term that I'm using, Joe, and it bothers me to use this term, they are cannibalizing professional wrestling, meaning that it's eating itself. Joey Ryan, he's a nice guy. I met the guy in 2010, I believe. He's a nice guy, but he doesn't realize the harm that he's doing. The WWE is so ethically just deplorable is the word. I mean, they talk about a woman's revolution, but as we've discussed to the infinite degree, the women's revolution apparently takes a hiatus when they cash in that Saudi Arabian money. Sami Zayn will get booked on every show to the point where his shoulders get blown out on the WWE watch, but yet because of the country that he was born in that is being tormented by the Saudi Arabians, by my understanding of world events, they won't book Sami Zayn. Not because Sami Zayn said, I don't want to be booked on this Saudi Arabian show, out of deference to our host. The WWE, ladies and gentlemen, in case anyone needs a different voice than Joe's, I'll give you my voice. The WWE has sold their soul to the highest bidder. They no longer care about the North American, the UK, the Canadian wrestling fan. Those fans in Madison Square Garden with the cigars. The fans in Canada that filled up the Toronto Sky Dome, the fans in all the B and C towns in the 80s that filled up, Billy Jack Haynes and Ken Patera versus Demolition main events, where 20,000 fans going to those B and C cities. They don't matter to Vince McMahon, Stephanie McMahon, and Triple H. Do you know who matters? The Saudi Arabian prince, his guaranteed money. I hate to say it, it's a sad fact. They have sold us out, okay? It's not about wrestlers selling out to Vince. Vince and the McMahon family, and we all know they have associations with our president, Donald J. Trump. We all know that Donald J. Trump is a WWE Hall of Famer. We all know that Linda McMahon accepts money for Donald J. Trump, and when we invest in the network, we invest in Donald J. Trump's presidency and his politics. Those are facts. If people want to deny him and say, Mike, separate wrestling from politics, sorry, idiots. It can't be done because our money that goes to Vince goes to Trump. It circulates. It's a machine. It's a smoke screen. The WWE has become a smoke screen for political interest and international interest with the Saudi Arabian prince.
Mike,
these are facts.
I'm going to give you an idea. You just triggered something in my head. I want you to...
Please.
I don't know what you're doing now and what type of time you have, but I just thought of something for you because you're like me. You know, I think you're a lot like me. We both went to school, a lot of communications, TV. We made some movies. I think you made a whole lot more than I did, but you know all that stuff. Why don't you? Have you ever thought about taking some of this and going through and making a documentary called "What Happened to Professional Wrestling"?
Well, Joe, I have, and it's a great idea. And, you know, I have been doing a YouTube show with Cole Sharf. He contacted me. We've been doing What Have They Done to Our Sport? And we have, we don't have as many viewers as you do. And I'm impressed by your numbers, Joe. We had a very special episode because I was a witness to mass transit, the Eric Kulas incident.
Right.
A lot of people talk about that. Dave Meltzer, Cornette, everybody else talks about it. I was there. I was in the front fucking row. Because I have been doing that. As far as the documentary, I'll say this, Joe, and what it really is, it comes down to is this. It costs money to make films. It doesn't, and then I'm not disparaging your comment because it's a great thought, but what it is that it costs money to make movies. They're not free to make. I'm in a position right now where I'm already paying off films that I've started. I'm trying to finish movies, The Impeccable, Disregard the Vampire, a Mike Messier documentary. People can go on Mike Messier YouTube and see this for free. With my film career, Joe, as much as I've done, and the people can look me up on IMDb, MikeMessier.com, whatever, to be honest with you, I'm about at the break-even point. I don't have a lot of money from these films, and every time someone has a great idea, it's kind of painful because I'd love to be able to make all these movies, but they cost money that I just don't have. To be honest with you.
Why don't you just go gung ho, man, and just work on it throughout a year? Grab a camera and just try to do as much as you can without. I mean, I know it's gonna cost a budget, so I don't have the 100%. I can't solve that 100% for you, but. You know what I mean? Or don't do it, or just simply keep doing these, the podcasts about it and going through every aspect of it and like breaking it down. That might be just fine too. Start there. Maybe if that develops a following and that does well money wise, then you can use that to make the video version of that, I suppose. You had Conrad. You had Conrad Thompson on your show recently. How did that go when you had him on?
It was good, and we're going to have you on, Joe, because the studio that we do is not too far from you. I know you're a Massachusetts guy. The studio welcomes you at any time. Tuesdays and Fridays are best. I accidentally put my paper shredder on for a moment. Conrad was very gracious. The funny thing, when Conrad came on, I didn't realize, somehow it slipped my memory that, or my knowledge, that he was the guy in charge of StarCast. So I just thought that Conrad was like a supporter or like in the inner sanctum of that world. I didn't realize that Conrad was like the StarCast guy. I've been watching, I had a special package. Someone insisted that I watch everything from StarCast, top to bottom. I watched the Bruce Pritchard roast last night. It was enjoyable. There was some humor there. I'll give Jerry Lawler credit. He made a lot of fun of himself as far as like the young women in his life. Like, you know what I mean? Because that's always a running gag with wrestlers. They make fun of Jerry Lawler and his dating tactics. But Lawler did what a good thing you do at a roast. You make fun of yourself. Some of the stuff, this you got to see, man. The Dave Meltzer, Wade Keller, Bruce Mitchell, and Alvarez, the four of those guys talking, and Dave Meltzer just would not let Brian Alvarez speak. I mean, it was really weird. It was almost like a domination thing where every time Alvarez tried to make a point, Dave Meltzer cut him off at the balls almost.
That's
it was
really
kind
weird.
Of creepy.
That is weird. That is creepy. Hey, I'm up against the time. Mike, I want to talk to you more, man. We got to work out something to where me and you do like I don't know, a weekly thing or something.
Well, you're welcome to the Messier Mantra. I'd love to have you come on in studio. I know you've got a family, but your family's even welcome to attend if they want to see Uncle Mike and Father Joe swear up a storm about wrestling.
Well, what's
the station manager?
What city is it?
The Seekonk.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's not bad. I can come on anytime. I mean, this is all I do. I'm at home, so I can plan that anytime you want. We'll do a podcast on my show. I'll come on yours, whatever you want. But I got to move on because I'm only got a few more minutes. But anything you want to plug real quick before you get out of here?
MikeMessier.com. Disregard the Vampire, a Mike Messier documentary. And to all the wrestling fans, please look up your Jim Crockett, NWA. Look up your World Class. Anything from 1983 to say 86. You'll probably enjoy it more than what you're watching now. And look, we all have hope. We're all wrestling fans. You're doing a great job, Joe. Keep the faith. Maybe things will get better.
Yeah, I agree. I hope so. That's why we keep bitching about it. Thank you, Mike Messier. Right. He's a good guy. I did commentary with Mike Messier for years, a little while at Top Rope Promotions. He was there the night Roddy Piper unfortunately died, and Ric Flair was there in tears half the night. That was one of the first nights back when I did commentary with Top Rope Promotions. Me and Mike called Mike Bennett's last match in Top Rope Promotions that night, actually. Mike's a good guy, man. He can go, though. He can go off the rails, man. We could do, 2-hour shows, 3-hour shows a week with him, if we really wanted to.
Super chat.
You think I'm sour about the product?
When Shane McMahon come back to WWE, he needs to turn heel for the company.
When Shane McMahon comes back, he needs to turn heel. Wow. That's an interesting concept, Kevin Daly. Thank you, Kevin. Wow, that maybe they could have Shane go heel. I don't know, though. I think he's so likable. That'd be hard to do. Mike Messier. Thank you for the $9.99, Kevin. One of the things that Mike Messier just mentioned on the show was Kaiju Big Battle. And I know that he said that they did a horrible job. One thing that I don't think Mike even knew was they actually called me. I worship the sun and pray to Joe Pesci. What are you, George Carlin? That's definitely George Carlin from Beyond the Grave. That is amazing. George Carlin from Beyond the Grave. There he is. That is amazing.
Shit bum.
Hey man, long time no hear from. What up, Jake?
Hey.
Do you think a band gets the belt or will finally main event a pay-per-view? Since Brian still gets an insane reaction, peace, bro.
Robert Solomon. What's up, Rob Solomon? How you doing, man? How you doing, man? It's Mr. Solomon. Fucking holy shit, bro. I haven't heard from you in a long time. It's been a while. Mr. Robert Solomon. The only Solomon I know is Solomonster. But anyway, thanks, man. Yeah, but I think that Daniel Bryan might. I think we talked about Bryan winning the Rumble finally this year. Maybe facing The Miz at WrestleMania. I don't know. It could happen. I'd like to see something like that happen. I would be shocked when AJ loses the belt, though. But yeah, like I said, Kaiju Big Battle. Everybody remember this? The Dr. Cube made fun of my necklace. I don't think that I told Mike Messier that I called a big Kaiju Big Battle.
Well, maybe your guy will lose another match. How about that? Oh, such a big man from the cheap seat.
By the way, I got the sucking in on him. You see that? We're completely making all this stuff up right here, so I just felt like I always wanted to tell someone to suck it in front of 1,000 people.
Such a big man from the cheap seat. Well, you know something, man? I think you're about to get a special delivery via my boy over here. Oh, yeah? Well, you know something, man?
I love how he mocked what I said. You know something, man? Dude, I love Dr. Cube.
1998 called, it wasn't Lucas Show. Now this is back.
What? That was awesome. See, the best thing is it was all ad-libbed. And the guy that's talking to me right now isn't really talking. The person who's doing the voice for him is off stage. So that guy's off stage. And throughout the night, he'd come up with insults against me, apparently. And one of them was he noticed that I was wearing the necklace. It's not even a shell necklace, but he said 1998 called. So he had all these things. Now, the other thing is, I didn't know that this was going to happen. So nobody told me that this guy was just going to start going off and insulting me. And one of the reasons why we did it was because we were stalling, because they were trying to do something in the ring or whatever the hell it was. So he starts doing this, and unbeknownst to me, this dude's got all this material, and I'm sitting there on the stage, not really that familiar with kaiju or the lore or anything about Dr. Cube, really. So I really don't know, like, too much about what to say. And this guy's already got, like, backwards hat, looked like a goof, shell necklace. It was just, but it was great. Like, that was hilarious to me. I thought that was perfect. Great reaction by he got the crowd, too.
It wasn't Lucas Shell Necklace is back. My boy Silver Potato is gonna mop the floor with yours right now. Take a look at him. Take a look at him. He's got pizza, and he's got all these people on his side right now. I know that.
We got the crowd. We got the crowd.
Oh yes, all these people. Yeah, I haven't seen such a loose interpretation of the world. Let me step into the ring and reveal to everyone my master plan.
It's perfect, too, I thought, because then he said, all these people. And then he went in the ring, and then he gave in. Finally, everything was ready. Then Dr. Cube got in the ring and gave away his master plan, which I thought was great because he got the last word in. He got to say the last thing to keep the crowd kind of like upset at him or whatever. And then at the end when he gets it, you know, that was cool. And it was good that they reacted, I thought, to him making fun of me, like, oh, shit. And then cheered when I said that Silver Potato was going to beat him up, and then the crowd started cheering for that. So I was like, oh, man, this is awesome that we have the crowd, because I thought, you know, I didn't know that. First of all, I had no idea that this verbal altercation was going to go down, and I was like, I don't want to lose the crowd and we say something stupid. And so I really was happy that ended up happening.
My boy is going to mop the floor with yours right now. Take a look at him. Take a look at him. He's got pizza, and he's got all these people on his side right now. I know that. Oh, yes.
I really enjoyed that night, though. But Kaiju Big Battle, man, I don't know. Mike Messier just painted it out to be the worst thing ever. But, you know, see, Kaiju I didn't mind because it's like they're dressed up. It's clearly a mockery of wrestling, so I get it. But when you're seeing actual professional wrestlers in an indie wrestling show mockerizing it, that's not even a word, but I'm gonna make it up. Mockerizing, that's my word. Mockerizing wrestling. Well, now you got something that's a little fucking weird, right? And anyway, I had a great night that night, though. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. We had all the guys from Chikara were there. Meeting a lot of the guys from Chikara were really fun. And, I don't know, that was all right.
Pour me a beer. You've got a new subscriber.
I can't believe they called me to have me host that thing. I was like, I don't even know what the fuck the show is. Oh, well, I'll be there in 3 hours. Taryn, thanks for subbing to the channel, man. How you doing, bro? Thanks for subbing.
Super chat.
Oh, shit. Kevin is dropping some dough.
Hey, Joe, do you think Shane McMahon take the company over?
Hey, Joe, do you think Shane McMahon take the company over? Yeah, I mean, Kevin, I don't know about that. He's so down now. He's like below Stephanie, below Triple H, and below a few other people. So for him to take the company over, I'm not sure. I almost see him in he's kind of like his mother a little bit. So I see him almost in that sort of CEO-ish, like behind the scenes role, that like kind of how Linda played for many years. And then he can come on TV as well. But oh shit! Oh, this is my favorite donation, Gorilla Strong!
Let's get gay, let's get gay. I want that gay in my face. I want that gay. Let's get gay. It's a party with the gays. I love gays. I love gays. I want gays. I'm not straight. I want gay, 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 gay. I want that gay up in my face. Ha, ha, ha. Let's get so gay. Let's get so gay. And I love gays in my face.
I bet Bill Cosby is gonna become someone's bitch in prison. Hope he doesn't get a face tattoo and get jumped into a gang. Love ya, Joe. Hope all is good, Jake.
Yeah, we hope Jake's okay. He's okay, but hopefully he's all right with his family. Gorilla Strong, thank you, man, for the huge $69 donation. Holy shit. Gorilla Strong buying some more time on the SmackDown review at this point. Thank you, Gorilla Strong. No, Jake's kid is sick, so he won't be here tonight, guys, for the new people coming in. Thanks to Mike Messier for a great call. Hopefully Mike's still watching so he could have seen my debut on Kaiju Big Battle because it was ridiculous. Dude, I don't know where the video is, but I hope I can find it because whoever uploaded that, it always killed me when I hit Dr.
Carmella
Cube.
in dem pants. Damn.
Oh, yeah, man. Carmella's hot, man. Carmella is hot. Thank you, Rodzilla, Guns, and Ron Simmons for the 316. Jesus. That is definitely one of the longest names I have ever seen in my entire life. Rodzilla, thank you. And now, on the phone, I believe is Scott McKinnon. Oh my God, what the hell is going on here?
Oh, fuck yeah.
What are you doing, Scott? What is this?
Fuck it. Fuck it. This is your fault, WWE.
Oh my God, what the hell is he doing? Is he... Oh, he's drinking his own fucking toilet water because of WWE. Oh my God, Scott, you look sick. Oh God, this is horrible. This is what you did, Vince, you old cunt. Vince, this is what you did. Look at what Scott's doing. This is what Canadians are doing. Can you imagine what Americans are doing? Did you just swallow that bleach and turds in your own toilet bowl? Oh, he's dead. Oh my God. My God. For the love of all that's holy. My God in heaven. Scott McKinnon is no more. And it's all SmackDown's fault. Can you believe that it's gone this far? That it's gotten this sadistic? That it's gotten this terrible? That it's gotten this boring? That it would result to something as horrible as this? My God, what in the world has World Wrestling Entertainment done to its fans? Scott's dead. Hey, look, Bart Simpson. Oh, man, I don't know, man. I can't believe that this is what it's come to, man. I can't believe WWE has let this happen.
The pyramids are not real. The earth is flat. How about that? Something strange. Strange gonna happen. Strange gonna happen. Strange gonna happen. What the fuck is happening? Everything is happening. Feel the lava from an alien. I'm transcending all space and time. And I'm an alien. And something is wrong. Something is wrong. Oh, and I'm not me. Oh, and you're not you. Oh, hey, and we're not we. Supernatural aliens, Scott McKinnon. Joe is ruining your show. Hey Joe, Ken really blows, don't you know? Hey Lucky Low, get Ken away from Joe. Joe, I didn't say that, I like you, yo. But I flip my eyelids down, now I'm not me. I flip my eyes around, no I'm not me. I'm the star of the shows, Joe Cronin blows. It was a work, I love you all, but I'll kill your kids. I'll eat
I admit it, Joe. I did it. I fucked Lana in Milwaukee. But I don't know what's more adorable. Lana's hot naked body. Or the way Becky said Milwaukee. Why do you think Becky is so adorable as bitchy Becky?
Oh, bitch.
And should Austin endorse Becky publicly?
Javier, what's up, man? Thanks for the $4. The Four Horsemen, $4, Javier. What's up? But no, the bottom line is, I don't think that Stone Cold Steve Austin. I don't think that Stone Cold Steve Austin. I think Conor McGregor should endorse her.
Billy, you cunt! Frog off!
I for one am glad Scooter finally killed himself, TBH lol.
Oh my god.
Rip in peace, you alien fuck.
Old Man Davey! For the thousands watching in attendance. Oh, let's get ready to rumble! Old Man Davey, thanks for the $8.88. You old man, dirty fuck. What's up, Old Man Davey? How you been, bro? Thanks for the donation. Speaking of that, we have now via Skype, we have Rybotch. Rybotch, what's up, bro? How's it going?
People that I want 2,000.
How you doing, bro? Rybotch, what?
I guess named Joe Cronin, who's telling people that I want $2,000 to do his radio show.
There's this guy, Joe Cronin. He's telling people that I want $2,000.
I'll give you $2,000 to put a knife in your mouth. I'm just kidding. Sorry, Rybotch, you idiot. Kaiju was fun, man. Kaiju was good, but nothing was as sweet as the time that I won the Monetize This championship this Friday night. Monetize This, 11 p.m. Eastern Time this Friday, right here on this channel. All right, 6 to 7 hours of insanity, late night insanity. Don't get your parents' permission and stay up and watch this insanity and bring the dollars and bring the fun and bring the like button and bring the whiskey. But nothing was as good as the time that I won. I was the only person to ever win the Monetize This championship physically. But the reason that I was physically able to win the Monetize This championship was because I had the mental capability, the mental capacity to be smarter than my competition, to be smarter than my opponent, to be smarter than every single other person that I encountered that day at Grimm's Toy Show's wrestling garage or wherever he plays wrestler. This is absolutely the heist of the century, but it's easy if your name is Joe Cronin.
We have to do the ritual.
It's actually been in Jersey before, though.
Oh, has it?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
Me and Ken are going to kick Grimm's ass.
That's right. Everybody thought that we were going to kick Grimm's ass. Everybody thought we were going to kick Grimm's ass.
I got somebody else I want to introduce you to. Hey! That's my bodyguard. Jesus Christ. Look at the size of him. This guy's huge. This guy's huge. Look at the meat on this boy. So, wait a minute. Is this a championship? He wants a match against you, Grim.
I want a shot.
You want a shot? Well, do you understand that I'm the fat man that runs the brand? That I run GTS Wrestling every damn day of the week on my channel? I don't have time to fuck around for this.
Listen, I'll put this thing up anytime, anywhere, any place. As
What?
long as there's a ref around.
Well, there's a referee around, but here's the...
I'll put this thing up anytime, anywhere, any place, as long as there's a ref around.
I don't want your damn belt! I don't want your damn belt! But...
I got the... Nobody else can say that they pulled off the heist of the century. And the heist of the century was... You know what the heist of the century was? The heist of the century was nobody else could have gotten away with grabbing Grimm's Toy Show's balls like I did. I got to touch Grimm's balls, and you didn't. All you little GTS nut boys. And yes, they are tiny. Anyway, opening up the phone lines for the last call here, 11:30. Last call. What do you guys got? 339-226-6610. Call up if you want to talk about whatever. A few more minutes, and we're getting out of here. Thank you guys for the donations tonight. That I definitely kept the show going longer because of that, and you know, Mike Messier calling was pretty fun too. Go ahead, calling up. Anybody got something to say or donate?
Joe and AJ giving us a Lil Austin Pillman feel. Funny to think when he signed to NXT, HHH told him Vince probably wouldn't call him up to the main roster. As the Macho Man says, the cream always rises to the top.
Oh, thank you, man. Rodzilla, Guns, and his long name. Yeah, I think so, man. But it doesn't matter who you call up to the roster for the most part. And certainly, listen, as good as Samoa Joe and AJ Styles have been, this is no Stone Cold and Brian Pillman. Stone Cold and Brian Pillman was a lot better than this, dude. There was a fucking gun involved. I mean, come on. You're never gonna get that. You're just not gonna happen. So I mean, you know, they're doing the 2018 PG version, I suppose, but the Stone Cold breaking his leg or ankle with the chair and then whipping him with the cane and all that other stuff, dude, that was savage shit. That was so cool. This is certainly not on that level, unfortunately. I don't think so. I appreciate it, but it ain't on that level. But thanks for the donation. Beely, what's up, Beely?
Hey, what's up, Joe?
Beely? Sorry, what's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good tonight. Smackdown was whatever. I just wanted to call up to talk about this Becky Lynch situation.
Yeah.
All right, so I know how people are getting hyped over Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch is a heel, or Becky Lynch is the best thing about SmackDown. I'm like, calm down, guys, calm down, because we all know at the end of the day, WWE is gonna ruin her just like they ruin everybody else.
Maybe.
And I can see it, dude. I can see it. This is why I don't care about this feud, because I know WWE is gonna fuck it up. I know they're gonna fuck it up. I can see it.
Well, I think that they might, but I mean, I'm not going to be negative on one of the better things that's going on right now. You know what I mean? I think she's acting like Conor McGregor. She's like, take the chomp's picture. Take the chomp's picture. I thought that stuff was pretty good, man. Like it's one of the better things that's going. I still think it's a 6 or 7 or maybe a 6 out of 10, but it's certainly better than most of the stuff that's going on right now. So if I'm going to get on something, I'm not going to get on that. I don't think it's the best thing. I think Joe and AJ's the best thing going. I think that's behind it, and it's still not good enough. But it's I'm worried about other stuff over that right now, to be honest.
Yeah. But I just have this other thought too. It would be funny if Becky Lynch said, "You fucking faggots," you like, "You fucking faggots."
Yeah, I mean, that would be funny if they said that. I don't think they will, but you fucking oh my god, dude, they would be under attack. They would be under attack by all these whatever human rights and against gays and just all kinds of shit. That would be insane. Holy shit, dude. Fucking Beely, you're a goof, Beely. Like, wouldn't it be funny if she called him a faggot? What the fuck is wrong with you, Beely? A fucking wacko. Fuck yeah, wouldn't it be funny if they called Xavier a coon? What the fuck, Beely? Oh my god, dude, you're a fuck. You're on your fucking mind right now. You're out of your goddamn granola.
Frog off.
And JB, would you lead me out with a chant real quickly?
What do you mean?
I have all my guests chant a thing that I say all the time. You Hollywood. Would you mind chanting with me before I end the show?
Gonna have to pass.
Okay. You Hollywood. Keep doing it,
Jesus.
folks. Keep.
Jesus. Hey, Hill. Jesus. Hey, Hillville, thanks for the sub, man. Welcome to the channel. Hope you guys can sub down below to the Joe Cronin Show here. I am Joe Cronin. I've been doing this show since 2012. We're live after every single Raw, SmackDown, pay-per-view. Tomorrow night we'll be live for the Out of Nowhere Wrestling Podcast. Episode like 100 and some shit. I don't even fucking remember. I always forget. Out of Nowhere, let's look it up. When's the last episode? I don't know, bro. Episode like 125. I don't even know. Is it 121? It might be 121. Episode 121 is tomorrow. Episode 121 of Out of Nowhere Wrestling Podcast is up there. And that's about it, man. I'm looking at a lot of comments on Twitter and people still upset about the Brie. I mean, I don't want to go overboard on the thing. I know everybody's upset, but yeah, I definitely think that Becky Lynch is channeling Conor McGregor more than she's channeling Stone Cold Steve Austin. I know it's like a similar plane or whatever, but I just think that it's, take the chomps picture, like all that type of stuff. I think it's like you're seeing WWE now parody MMA when MMA was being said to be parodying WWE with the way that Conor acts and some of the other fights build up and act. But dude, now it's like going the other way around. It's really weird. No idea what's up. But that's just how I feel. Anyway, guys, I want to thank everybody who became a patron this last month on Patreon, on my Patreon page. If you don't have Patreon, you are missing out. I do Morning Madness podcast. There'll be one up tomorrow morning. Most mornings. Morning Madness podcast, where I talk about the behind the scenes on my show, my life, the things I'm thinking about. I answer your questions. The Morning Madness podcast. We're over 100-something episodes right now on Patreon. For $5 a month, you get 30 hours of bonus content a month. About 8 hours a week. You get my podcasts. You're going to get my my NXT review this week. I'm going to bring that back. Morning Madness, NXT, the Corrupted podcast on the weekends. Justin Bailey returns this week to Corrupted. That's going to be a huge show. A whole ton of shit on Corrupted that you get for $5 a month. You get a bunch for $2 a month. Whatever you can do and want to do, you get a bunch of shit. It ain't a charity. It's an amazing bonus service of tons of shit. You can download the app on your phone or mobile device, your tablet, or you can just go on your desktop, patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show, or download the app for free, Patreon, Patreon. Everyone's got one now because YouTube ad revenue is shit. So thank you guys for making this show possible, the ones who donated and the ones who are patrons. 358 of you are patrons. We are having a fucking blast over there, and we're doing some fucked up shit over there that we can't do here on YouTube. Nothing illegal, but we're doing some fucked up shit. I also alert you whenever I go live. A bunch of stuff is up there right now. You can literally jump on and hear all the podcasts, download anything to your phone or desktop. You can download it all. It's easy to do it. Patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. My song by Lil Suicide, I'ma Do Drugs, that's up there now to download. Tons of other shit. I alerted you about my Raw review. There's Morning Madness, episode 115, 26 minutes long. Then we got more Morning Madness. We got the questions. Forgot about Tommy NC's song to download. The free-to-play podcast alert. There is the Corrupted podcast, only heard here on Patreon, and a bunch of other shit that I've been putting up. Obviously, you guys have been talking about. There's just so much shit on Patreon, I can't get into it. You know if you're a patron what's up over there. Hit me up on Patreon anytime. Message me. I answer every single message within 24 hours usually or less. Morning Madness 114. There's a poll I put up about what you guys like the most. There's just stuff going up there all the time aimed at you. Another song. Some behind-the-scenes feelings about what I think about other YouTubers and podcasters and all kinds of bullshit. Whatever. There's my plug. I'm out and bye. Thank you for listening tonight to the Smackdown review. I'll be back tomorrow night with more shit. We probably are going to be bringing back the gaming podcast this week. So tomorrow night, I believe I'm going to be playing some PUBG tomorrow night as well. So look for that. And that's it, man. I think I babbled on enough to get it all out. Thanks to everybody who subscribed to my channel tonight that's new. And thanks to everybody who donated. I'll see you tomorrow night for Out of Nowhere. And then when Out of Nowhere is over, we're going to be playing some PUBG into the night. Thank you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. And I'll see you guys on Patreon with some more shit too. And again, make sure you subscribe to my other channel where I talk about non-wrestling stuff mostly. YouTube.com/corruptedpodcast. And my H3H3 video is still blowing up, over 310,000 views or something. You guys can go over there and laugh at all the hate comments and the love comments and the misconceptions, and it's kind of funny. Especially if you're somebody that knows me pretty well. All right, Lil Suicide. I'ma Do Drugs, the new single, available on Patreon.
4, 3, 2, 1. Eminem, you wanna talk about mumble rap? You all gonna die soon, how about that? Kiss me outside, but you did. Left you on the ground with a broken lip, broken hip, pants unzipped, cause you tried to fuck some little kid. You dumb bitch, you exposed, and now all you do is pay for hoes. I'ma do drugs, 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 I'ma do drugs. I'm a new thug, I'm a new thug, I'm a new thug, I'm a new thug, I'm a new thug. I'ma do drugs, I'ma do drugs, I'ma do drugs, I'ma do drugs. This is how I roll, finger in the hole of a hoe that's on dope. Insert the rope on a rope, pull it out and make a joke. Me Too movement all over me, like a disease, no apologies. Take my middle fingers, please. Feel the finger on the fucking trigger squeeze. My generation had more mass shootings, of course. Be careful, I will shoot up your porch. Parents divorced, so I got mad. I shot up the fucking court. Be a good sport, they said. Now they is dead. Blood red, nice family. Instead, they bled. Fuck Keemstar, that fat ass fucking scum. I always hated my mom. Always hated my mom. I'm gonna kill you, mommy. I'm gonna kill you, mommy. I'ma do drugs, 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 I'ma do drugs. I'm a new thug, I'm a new thug, I'm a new thug, I'm a new thug, I'm a new thug. I'ma do drugs, I'ma do drugs, I'ma do drugs, I'ma do drugs, I'ma do drugs. I'ma do drugs, I'ma do drugs, I'ma do drugs. D-R-U-G-S, relieves all the stress. D-R-U-G-S. I'ma do drugs, I'ma do drugs, I'ma do drugs, I'ma do drugs, I'ma do drugs. I'ma do drugs, I'ma do drugs, I'ma do drugs, I'ma do drugs, I'ma do drugs. I'ma do drugs, I'ma do drugs, I'ma do drugs, I'ma do drugs, I'ma do drugs. Raise your hand up if you do